Are you planning a theme park trip for 2024? Well, if so, I want you to stay tuned to the end of this video. I'm going to list the top 10 most anticipated parks to visit in the 2024 season. A lot of these parks have either new attractions or just very reasonably priced, and almost all of them offer a unique experience in some form or fashion. This is Theme Park Motivation. My name is Rich, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, it really helps. Alright, we're going to just jump right into it, and I'm going to start off with SeaWorld San Antonio. Now, this park is not the best SeaWorld by any means, that's later on in the list, but this park has so much to offer. Awesome wooden coaster, probably the best roller coaster in the state of Texas with the Texas Stingray. It is fantastic. This park has a brand new attraction coming out for 2024, that being Catapult Falls. Now, this thing is absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to get on this. First launched flume coaster. I mean, come on, what is not to love about that thing? It also has one of those awesome elevator lifts. That in itself, when you're looking over the edge of that thing, just kind of freaks you out. Pretty cool experience. Cannot wait to get on this bad boy. This thing was initially supposed to open in 2023, but it was delayed. I'm really glad it's opening 2024 though. It looks to be amazing. I know it's in the process and testing right now, but there's just so much that SeaWorld San Antonio has to offer. They could really use some flat rides, but other than that, the coasters, for what you get at this park, it's very reasonably priced, and the food is always fantastic. Obviously, all of the animal encounters are great, especially with small children, but the coasters, I gotta say, I wasn't like that impressed with them, but definitely having that log flume coaster is really gonna make up where they lack as far as rides go. Now, one of the best things I love about visiting SeaWorld San Antonio is the fact that you have Aquatica that's actually connected to the park, and for a small fee, you can upgrade your ticket and include the water park with your visit. Another thing I also love is the fact that it's pretty much right next door to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, so make sure you include that in your visit as well if you're not from the area, because that is an outstanding park as well. Moving on to the number 9 spot of parks that you just have to visit in 2024, and that would be Holiday World. And Holiday World has some of the coolest theming of any of these parks, some of the best wooden roller coasters in the world. Now, before I get ahead of myself here, I just want to say thanks to Jay with Mikventure Coaster Vlogs, and he does a phenomenal job going into depth with everything you would need to know at different parks from around the country. So make sure you check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. Make sure to get on there and hit the subscribe, and of course follow what he's doing. He has a lot of great parks that he visits and really does a phenomenal job going into such depth with stuff that you would need to know when you go to certain parks. Now, obviously, Holiday World has its name for a reason. The park is set up into different sections. You've got Halloween, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. Now, this park is located in Santa Claus, Indiana. I think that's a great name, so fitting. And they play Christmas music all year round. Now, like I said, Holiday World has some of the best wooden coasters in the world. You've got Voyage, you've got Raven, and the Legend. Now, the Voyage is considered amongst enthusiasts as one of the best wooden coasters in the entire world. They also have an awesome B&M launched wing coaster, Thunderbird, and that thing's incredible as well. This park will run you about $65 a day and includes the water park for one low price, which I think is incredible. So new for 2024 is Good Gravy, a family launch Vekoma boomerang coaster. I'm pretty excited to get on this thing, I'm not gonna lie. Even though it's kind of a kiddie coaster, it still looks amazing, has pretty cool theming. One thing to be aware of when planning a trip to Holiday World, there's not a lot of different hotels in the area. They do have an on-site hotel, but that's pretty much it. So if you made it this far in the video, you obviously are enjoying what you're seeing. Make sure to give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of content regarding a lot of these different parks, so make sure to check that out as well. A lot of tips and tools to save you money. So my number 8 park you just have to visit in 2024, and that would be Six Flags Great Adventure. Now this park is one of those parks that needs a little bit of updating. It definitely does. There's a lot of stuff where they can improve on, but this park is really investing in 2024. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with what they're trying to do here, and I think they're really trying to make this a destination park, and they have the space. This park is one of the largest theme parks in America, with a full safari tour and everything. This place is incredible. They've got 14 coasters. They've got a new one on the way, which I'll get into here in a few minutes. Definitely an awesome park, offering so much. And new for 2024 is the Savannah Sunset Resort and Spa. Basically, these are custom luxury canvas tents, and they look incredible. Imagine going out your front door after sleeping and literally seeing a giraffe walking up right to your tent. I mean, that's pretty cool experience. I think it's very expensive, so I don't know if I would ever do it. If you're trying to plan a trip and you want something that's totally off the wall and a very unique experience, that would be it. Also new for 2024 is Flash Vertical Velocity, and this is a Vekoma Super Boomerang coaster, and I gotta say, I'm very intrigued. I cannot wait to get on this thing. So another brand new park for 2024, we have Mattel Adventure Park with some great theming, offering Barbie, Thomas and Friends, and of course Hot Wheels. I could not wait to get out here and try some of these cool rides, and just imagine going back to your childhood with Hot Wheels. I think this is great that they are finally opening a theme park in Arizona. You used to only be able to go to one theme park in Arizona, and that would be Castles and Coasters. So I'm so glad that finally we're going to see a new park open up in the Phoenix area. So another new park opening up in 2024, we have Codaland. Right here is Palindrome, which is one of their featured attractions. And this coaster is a Gerstlauer Infinity Shuttle Coaster, and it actually goes right over top of the highway, so that's pretty cool. And then the very first of its kind in America, Circuit Breaker. And this thing is a Vekoma Tilt Coaster. I want to get out there, honestly, just to try this coaster out. It looks incredible. This park will also feature a bunch of different other attractions as well, over 30 attractions. This park is located right outside of Austin, Texas, and I gotta say, it'd be great if you were going to Fiesta, Texas, and then right up to Six Flags Over Texas, you could hit up this park right on the way. So next park that you just have to visit is Kings Island. Now, this is one of my favorite parks personally. I just love going into this park, the whole atmosphere, everything about it. It has a stellar coaster lineup like you would not believe. And one of the things you just have to do is you have to go up into the Eiffel Tower. It's a 1/3 scale replica of the real Eiffel Tower, and you will get some amazing views of the park and the surrounding area. It is a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it. But this park, the coaster lineup in itself is enough to get to this park. Now, they have Orion, which is a giga coaster, 287 foot tall, 300 foot drop. It's incredible, and I don't even think that's the best coaster in the park. I gotta say, one of the best things about Kings Island is the food. They have the blue ice cream, which is blueberry flavored, and it is phenomenal. Now, probably my personal favorite coaster in the park, and that would be Diamondback. The amount of airtime you get on this bad boy, awesome. Now, they also have Mystic Timbers, they have the Beast, and of course, the Racers. All of them are phenomenal. But new for this year, we have Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. And this is a Vekoma family boomerang coaster with some awesome theming. I cannot wait for this. It's opening up in their new section, which will now be called Camp Snoopy. I gotta say, you gotta get to Kings Island for the 2024 season. So we're gonna head on down to Florida for my next park, and of course that is Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. And the animal experiences at this park, phenomenal. They have a full-on safari with a tour and all of that. The coaster lineup is one of the most stellar lineups, right next to Kings Island, in my opinion. Of course, they've got Shikra, they've got Iron Gwazi. This thing is incredible. One of the best coasters in the world. It in itself is worth the trip to Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. And they have some awesome family coasters. This one being Cobra's Curse. They also have Scorpion. And of course, you've got Cheetah Hunt. Now, new for 2024, Phoenix Rising. And this is going to be another family coaster. And it is a B&M inverted family coaster. I cannot wait to get on this thing. If you're wondering why I don't have any of the Universal or Disney parks, well, for one, Universal, I just feel that 2025 would be the year to go and visit Universal because of the new park that they will be opening, Epic Universe. So, going down the road, we have SeaWorld Orlando. And this park is incredible. Obviously, they have some of the best animal experiences as far as ocean life and marine life goes. But this year, they have the all-new Penguin Trek. And I am thrilled to get on this thing. This park invests so heavily in their rides, and they have done so in the last 5 years or so. They have gave us some of the best coasters out there. We've got Mako, we've got Manta, we've got Icebreaker. I mean, the list goes on. This park is investing, and I love it. Not to mention, you have to go during the Seven Seas Food Festival. I highly recommend it. They have some awesome food there. The next two parks may surprise some people, but that's right. Silver Dollar City. With coasters like Outlaw Run, you've got Powder Keg, and of course Wildfire. That's a great one. They also have Time Traveler, and I gotta say, this is an extraordinary coaster. Probably one of the best in the world. This thing is awesome. It just goes and drops right out of the station. Incredible experience. There's nothing else like it in America. This park probably has the best 1-2 punch in the Midwest with Time Traveler and Outlaw Run. But new for 2024, Fire in the Hole, totally reimagined. RMC took this project over, and we all know what kind of work they do. Nothing but excellence. I absolutely love RMC. I hear that this is going to have some kind of a splashdown effect, which that will be very unique in itself. And I just gotta say, Silver Dollar City does it better. I mean, the theming in this park, incredible. The food, delicious. And that's why I have it as a must-visit park for 2024. I don't think anybody will be too surprised as to what is number one. Of course, it is America's Rock and Roller Coast, and with some of the best roller coasters in the entire world, one being Millennium Force, and that 300-foot drop is world class, no doubt. The speed, everything about it, incredible. And of course you got Maverick, multi-launch coaster built by Intamin. That thing's awesome. I cannot stress how great of a park this really is. The first park to have a coaster that went over 200 foot, Magnum XL 200. And of course they have Valraven, which is a dive coaster that was built by B&M, featuring a 225 foot drop. And of course you got Gatekeeper, and my personal favorite, the best coaster in the entire world, and that would be Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance. It is incredible. The airtime, nothing else beats it. I've been on a lot of RMCs, so this is my absolute favorite. But of course, nothing would be complete without excellent food, and Cedar Point has so many different dining options. New for 2024, we have Top Thrill 2. It is just another added bonus to an already stacked lineup. I mean, they had to do something. I'm just glad that they added this coaster and reimagined it. I think it's going to be incredible, and it's definitely worth the drive or flight to Cedar Point because they are just killing it. This is going to be the best year yet at Cedar Point. Thank you all so much for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe. Everyone have a great day.